All right, welcome back to Downstairs Stories. I am Fabian.
I'm Micah.
Our first guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
Pretty hyped.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Are you
I'm
hyped?
glad to be here. A little bit just like...
I feel like you're just acting like this is such a big podcast.
I
but
know.
Really,
I'm just like, dude, I'm just sitting in the basement with this kid.
It has like 40 views.
Do 40?
On each episode
Bro.
on YouTube. I mean, it's not that bad for a start.
It's not, honestly.
The first 3 episodes is pretty good.
Dude, watching that in school, though.
You watched it in school?
Yes, I told you that.
You did?
Yes.
I don't think you ever did.
No, I had it on in my marketing class in my AirPods. I was just like sitting there, just like listening.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just everywhere I go, I end up talking about it somewhat, so I get more and more people watching it. Which
Exactly.
is good.
Promoting.
Yeah, I got to do self promotion.
Yeah. What next? Like billboards or like?
No, nothing that crazy. Like people at church, I'll just talk to them about it and like, I don't know, just hyping it up, I guess.
I told my mom about it. She was like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm doing a podcast." She's like, "With who?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is Fabian." And she's like, "You're gonna let me watch that, right?" I'm like, "It depends on what we talk about." And I was like, "Sorry in advance, maybe." I'm not sure.
What are you gonna talk about,
I don't know
man?
where it's gonna go,
what
bro,
are you gonna
but-
talk about? I feel like you're gonna end up slipping up and
I
saying
might.
something.
That's why I gotta be careful,
My goodness, man, I'm so tired.
dude.
That full day of work.
Wait, how was that?
Well, they sent me to Mission Thrift from 10 to 4.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause they didn't have anyone in processing. So I went there, and then after my lunch, I went back to Summit and then worked for 2 more hours, which it was way busier at Summit. We got 120 donations at Summit, and then when I left from Mission, we had 30.
Yeah, that sounds about right, dude. Well, no, 'cause that's what I was being told by everyone. They were like, "Mission's slow and Summit's fast, and they're super busy."
Yeah.
I think I saw you actually.
Did you?
I think you were offloading some like
Big truck.
dresser or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think you go up the stairs, right? Like the ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you.
Oh, okay.
I pulled up. I was like, he's gonna see me. I haven't texted him back yet about the podcast tonight, and I'm like, shoot, bro, don't see me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you slack.
Well, bro, that's what happens when you got a girlfriend. Like,
Okay, man. I don't
Sorry,
know.
sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry, we'll visit that later.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to that later. All right. I mean, one of the first things I want to talk about was summer expectations.
oh,
What are you hoping to get out of this
like
summer?
overall, like everything.
Yeah, overall, what are you hoping to get out of this
Shoot,
summer?
dude. Man, there's like so much because like I want to be working, right?
Mhm.
And then I had maybe spring ball for football, and that's still in the air.
Mhm.
I got coaches like all over me, like, "Hey, Micah, when you gonna join the Google Classroom for football, or when you gonna come out and like go in the weight room with us?" And I'm like, I don't know yet, because I don't. And no, I'm excited for that, but if I do it, but no, I'm trying to pay off my car. That's like the biggest thing right now for me.
Man, I'm telling you, just get a job.
Well,
I'd
that's
say.
why I applied at Summit Thrift.
Because I know you're not planning on doing like football in college, right?
Not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all.
So I mean, just work.
Okay,
Just work.
that's. We had this conversation like last week. I was like, Fabian, come out for football, and you were like,
No.
No, yeah, because you hated it, because you were the
and I've expressed it many times before.
yeah, the number one bench warmer or the number.
Yeah,
The number
reliable backup. Yeah, that was a low point. A big low point.
That was sophomore year, right?
No, that was the end of freshman.
Was it really?
The banquet.
When I played.
Mm-hmm. That was the reliable number 2.
Reliable number 2.
Yeah.
Well, no, because that's because you went from grid kids like starting, then to like our team, and it was just like you were not starting that much.
That's true. That is very true. I wish it ended up differently because I love football.
Yeah.
It's great. I love football, but I mean, just those experiences, they're whatever now.
Yeah, they made you kind of like hate it.
I mean, not hate it, but I definitely dislike it. Hate is a strong word. I don't use hate all that much, but I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely changed my mind about it.
It sucks.
Anything else besides paying your car?
I got big plans.
Like what?
Just big plans. Different people I got to spend time with.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna hang out a lot over the summer.
Honestly, I agree.
I mean, especially if we start hanging or working together.
well, yeah, no, because I saw Skyly today, and she was like, "Fabian's in the back." I'm like, I know. Like, what do I say? Like, I can't go back there. I don't work here, Skyly.
Dude, people look back there all the time, and there's people who go literally they'll walk back there and then just say, "Oh, I thought this was a part of the store," when there's signs up that say employees only.
Yeah.
So they just try to act dumb, but I'm telling you, you could just go back there. People know you, so I mean, it's not
Well, yeah,
like
no, that's what I was saying today. I was like, I know like half people that work there.
in retail too, right?
I'm not sure about retail.
Mm.
Well, Skyly's back there, and I know Skyly.
Yeah, you know Skyly, you know Emmanuel, you know Linda, you know me,
Nadine. She's up front,
Nadine.
though.
Do you know Wyatt?
I don't think so.
He's cool. Who else? I don't know, but everyone else back there is really cool.
Yeah, no, and I mean like, I almost was like about to text you, be like, bro, can I come back there and like see what like y'all are doing? But I was like,
It was pretty busy when you were there, anyways.
Yeah, 'cause I
we
was
had
there.
just got like a big truckload, so I wasn't even inside. I was just moving stuff.
That's good. Yeah, so I did see you then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What are your plans for summer?
Plans for summer. Just survive.
Dude, working out. That's a big thing
Working.
right now.
Oh, that's true.
That's
I
a
wanna.
huge thing.
Especially when school's over, I'm just gonna be hitting the gym maybe
Dude.
twice a day
Dude, well,
before work and after work.
I agree.
Cause I want to work it out where I start at 10, so I could go at like 8 o'clock and
Yeah.
just get a nice pump in and go straight to work, and then after work I could go back to the gym just right away. That's why I'm glad I have a car now.
Dude,
So
that's
nice.
seriously. Like, that's what it was for me, too, because it was, like, not having a car and being 16 was, like, awful. Like, that's, like, the worst, because, like, I mean, that's the expectation. Like,
Yeah.
you got a car now. You
Yeah.
can go do whatever you want, whenever you
Yeah.
want. And it's, like, that was not the reality for me.
Yeah,
or for you,
'cause
it sounds like.
Yeah, I had my license, but I didn't have a car. But I mean, I got a car shortly after. So I mean, I'm very fortunate to have a car because most kids go until they're like 18 until they get their first car.
Yeah,
So
or
very,
like a car they can actually, like, rely on using all the time.
yeah. So I'm very fortunate that I'm in the situation that I am right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I mean, you're not, like, 7K in debt.
That's-
Dude.
That's true. That's true. That's rough for you, man.
That's so
I
bad.
am-
That's why I'm working so much, or want to at least. Cause
Yeah.
like 7K doesn't go down real quick. Like that's got to be like.
Yeah. Well,
taken care
I'm
of.
telling you, if you start working, if they hire you on before school ends, you could start working full time. Just work throughout the whole summer.
That's what I'm saying. And then there was some catering job that Anna was telling me about. It was like they do like weddings and different venues and different like higher class like get-togethers, I guess. And it's
Yeah.
like $500 in like 2 days for like catering and like being a server, stuff like that. And I'm like, that'd be kind of sick. Like 2 days, make like $500.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a week of work. It's like a 40-hour week.
Yeah, and plus, if you work at Summit, you can just do every other day and end up doing the catering. The 2 days that you don't work.
Exactly. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, if I can get 40 hours a week, I did the math. We do 40 hours a week at minimum wage for 2 weeks. It's like $10.72 with tax taken out already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I work what? 14 weeks. So that's what, like, oh wait, that's quite a bit. I work for like all the summer. I can pay off like most of the car.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I also want to like have money for like different things. Like, oh,
Well,
I want to
that's
buy
true. You don't have to put your whole paycheck towards
exactly.
it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I can put like, I make, let's say, $500 a week. So I make what, like $1,000 on my paycheck.
Mhm.
I can put like half that to the car and the rest to like savings and like clothes and like people, like things that I want to
Yeah.
get for people and for me. And it's like right now I'm so like withheld by that because my bank account is. I got gas yesterday.
Yeah.
It was $5 at Fred Meyer's, and it was
Mm.
like $68 for my
To-
little Subaru.
To fill up the whole thing.
Yes,
Jeez.
because it's $5, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Why do you go to Fred Meyer's?
Because it's like the cheapest place.
It is not the cheapest place.
Trust me, dude. Gas
Circle K over here by the freeway, $4.30 or $4.29
Circle K, the one down by the.
by the mall. It's like brand new. They just built it.
Dude, well, no, because down by the mall there was like 2 Conocos and like, oh, what was it? It wasn't a Chevron. Chevron's always overpriced, but like the
Oh,
Conocos
yeah.
were like, it was like $5 with cash and like $5.19 with card, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, I'm not doubting that the price at the Circle K will go up, but for now
Oh, yeah.
it's $4.29.
Okay.
But still, where I go and like most of my family goes, we go to Wapato, at the Wolf Den. Right
Oh,
when you get
yeah.
into Wapato, it's cheap.
That's what I saw. But it's like
Yeah.
you're spending like a gallon of gas just getting out there.
That's true.
At
But I mean,
least.
also it's worth it because it's cheaper.
Well, yeah, because it's what, like, I stopped there last week.
It's it was $4.35 the last time I went.
Yeah, no, it's been like $4.49 at Fred Meyer's for like weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only place I go though.
And then when all the gas prices spiked, over there it stood at $4 for quite a bit.
Yeah, and while it was here, it was at like $4.39 and
Yeah.
then $4.49. Now we're at. I felt like, okay, last time I gassed up was $4.49, and then yesterday it was $5, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's all those like new leases from Biden and stuff like that.
But it was when we went to California, the gas prices in California are insane. I think we stopped at a Chevron, it was almost $7.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, let's say it goes up to 10. It makes it to 10 here in Washington. It's like, thinking about that, if someone's got to drive like 20 miles
Yeah.
to like go to work and they're working minimum wage
Mm-hmm.
and they got to drive 20 miles home, for me, my car gets 20 miles a gallon. So I'm spending $20 in gas
Yeah.
to go to work, and I'm losing 2/3 of 2 hours of work to gas prices. It's like, it's awful. It's so bad.
It's bad. Yeah. If that happens, you'll see a lot more people walking. That's for
Exactly.
sure. They will not be using their cars as much.
Dude, battle on obesity, bro.
Says you. Oh my god.
Well, no, dude, I dropped like 32 pounds.
Hey, that's a good thing though.
Well, no, dude, it sucked this week. I couldn't work out because of districts.
Yeah.
Track.
Well, I mean,
And-
you're still doing physical activity.
Not really.
No?
Well, what do you mean physical activity?
You said track.
Well, yeah, but we didn't really have much practice this week because they're trying to give us like the week off basically to work on like form, and that's about it.
Oh.
So I wasn't in the weight room. We'd maxed out this week, and I couldn't max out because my coaches would get pissed at me, and I gotta like not break my body before like a big thing like that, like districts.
Yeah.
So it was fun, but season's over now. I didn't do too great today. Well, dude, it like started hailing. I'm like, bro, what can you do?
Yeah, that's true. Well, at least it's over now.
Dude, seriously, I'm just like, now I can focus on working out. That's about it, basically. That's all I really care about right now.
I mean, it definitely always feels good when something else, like something just goes off your plate and you can focus on other things. So.
And that's why I was so excited. Just this week, I was just like, I can't wait to get track over with so I can go home and work out. We got a big old mirror now in our basement
Yeah.
with our whole like workout area
Mm-hmm.
/ station, I guess. And I was looking at myself. We have like the ceiling lights or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was feeling myself today.
Oh
I was
bro,
like,
you're always feeling yourself. Stop lying.
bro, I was like, bro, I'm looking good today.
When you picked up your trash at your house, you're looking at your bicep.
Oh yeah, I gotta pick up this water bottle. real quick.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
flex it. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh. Go ahead, drink that water, man. Hydration. I should have got my water bottle
Where's that?
upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not getting
Just
that
I'm
for
so
you.
tired and I'm hungry, but there's nothing that I want to eat.
Dude, eat something.
I am. I'll figure it out.
Well, yeah. Where to next?
Where to next?
Where to next?
13 minutes in.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's felt like forever.
That's true. I mean, I thought stuff was gonna snowball, but I mean, let's see.
Well, bro, you know it's my first time here, so.
That's true. I mean, it's really all on me. So.
Exactly. That's my second time seeing you since, I don't know, like 3 years.
3 years to like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Are you planning on seeing any new movies at all?
Oh, shoot, dude. I'm so behind on movies right now. Like, I haven't seen another Spider-Man. We talked about that. You were
Yeah.
like, let's watch it, Micah. And I'm like,
No.
no. I'm busy. And then I was like, I got to watch the new Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And that one's coming. And then we got Thor coming. Is that next year now?
No, it's in July.
Is it really?
Comes out July 8th.
So, like, a month and a half from now.
Yeah.
And I got to watch.
And then
Do you think it's going to build off of Doctor Strange?
Nah.
Usually they don't. But
No, I think because they're gonna have Thor, and then they're gonna have like a Guardians of the Galaxy that I think is gonna build off of Thor.
Oh, yeah. That's after
Yeah.
Thor, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Should be good.
I've enjoyed watching, like, the Guardians just like with Thor.
Yeah.
Like, in the trailers, it's super funny. Just I'm
Yeah.
just like, I mean, I gotta be clean. Can't be saying.
Oh my
Can't be
goodness.
saying
Oh
anything. No,
my
I'm just-
goodness.
No,
Just gonna
but
tell your mom not to watch it.
yeah, mom, don't watch this, bro. You don't watch this right now.
Skip
No.
this part.
Skip this part. Yeah, yeah. Double tap on your screen, mom, to the right, like forward, like boom, boom. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, just like Chris Hemsworth is like such a funny guy, and
He
like
is.
just watching, he's all.
What?
He's kind of like a workout idol for me too.
That's true.
Like, man's built.
He is very built.
Like, there was that one scene from the first one with I remember the scene in the mud when he's trying to get the hammer, and there's all the guys from Shield around him.
Yeah, he has
And-
like that small tank top on.
Exactly, and bro, it's like ripping off when he's trying to get the dude. That was a.
You just visualize yourself
I
working up towards
put my
them.
face on his face.
Oh my
while he's grabbing
goodness.
the hammer. Just like, no, but then same with like Chris Evans when he's getting out of the super soldier like
The
thing.
chamber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he just like comes out just like ripped. I kind of wanted to make like a video of something like that, like a before and after.
Oh, yeah.
Just for fun.
That
just,
would
like,
be cool.
Well, yeah, no, I just like I can make some TikTok or something. Like, I go into this chamber, like my closet, and I come
Yeah.
out just like absolutely. What am I boring you?
No, I'm just tired.
Okay, making
This is
sure,
a
no.
long day.
No, dude, for real. But like, just come out like ripped, like jacked, like
Just absolutely
yoked.
shredded.
It's shredded. Well, no, it's like I'm trying to eat more protein, and it's like I'm eating less, but it's like I'm trying to eat better too,
Yeah.
because I want to bulk, and like it's cutting season right now, for
Mhm.
me at least. But it's like I'm at that point of where I've almost lost too much weight to even like do some of the things I used to be able to do. Like my dad, like I'm built like him,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to be heavier than him like 2 months ago, which is kind of like also kind of like upsetting.
Yeah.
Like seeing yourself like in the dumps for that kind of stuff, for me, I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah, I think there's sometimes too. I mean, you build up so much of yourself, and then there's like one moment you compare yourself to someone,
Mm-hmm.
and then that just destroys everything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It can destroy everything. I know it has for me, definitely, in like the gym and stuff like that. So, try my hardest not to compare myself to people,
Yeah,
'cause that's just never a good thing to do for anything.
yeah,
So yeah, and being in the gym and everything like that, it's a good motivator.
100%.
Especially since gyms have a lot of mirrors. So there's constantly like you look one way and you just end up looking at yourself. So there's never a time that you can't see yourself. So I kind of use that as a motivator too, but also sometimes I just don't like looking at myself in the mirror
Oh yeah,
at the
100%.
gym. So I kind of just like keep my head down and stuff like that. So but once I actually see actual progress like on the scale and stuff like that, that's a good motivator
Oh
too.
yeah, 100%.
A good upbringing in
Yeah.
the gym.
And that's what it was for me. It was like, for me, it was just a scale. I was like, it was before track season, and I'm like, how much do I weigh right now? I was like 224, and I'm heavier like than my dad and my brother,
Mm.
and like I might not look it, but I am.
Mm.
And I'm like, then I go in the bathroom, I take my shirt off, and I'm like, I don't like what I don't like what I'm seeing right now. I don't like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
And it's like, not that I should care too much about it, but it's like, I want to do something about it. And so track season started, and we start running and stuff like that. And I mean, I get winded like fast. I'm
Yeah.
like, I haven't like been doing anything all winter.
Yeah.
I kind of just been sitting around doing nothing.
Uh-huh.
And so, I start working out, and I'm like, this is like fun. And then I had my weights class with, remember Matthew Cobia or Nick Cruz?
I remember Nick.
Nick. So, him and Matthew in the weights room in my fourth period, we were all kind of just like, we're going to like get stuff done. Like, we're going to actually work out. 'Cause it's like, all the kids in that class don't care.
Yeah.
They work out and they go play basketball. like,
Yeah.
right after I walk the track. And it's like, I want to actually like see some gains. And so, like on Mondays we'll do like chest, and then Tuesdays we'll do crazy biceps, and then Wednesday we'll do legs, and then I mean, Thursdays is shoulders and back, and then Fridays is kind of just like anything you want.
Yeah.
But it's like making that, like having that group of guys, like that accountability from your buddies as well,
Yeah.
and then just also like having that determination as a group totally like shaped my like entire like journey the past 2 months.
That's good.
And like that's why like when you're talking about like Emmanuel and you being like workout buddies, I was like, well shoot, like summer's about to hit soon. I'm like, I don't got a workout buddy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll have money, because I don't know if I'll go to the Y or if I'll go to Evolution or if I'll go to the Free Planet Fitness or whatever. But it's like I want to have that gym feel, because my basement's not quite. It doesn't quite cut it.
That's true.
Like, hey, yo, Matthew, come to my basement with me. Come work out with my 30-pound dumbbells.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's true. It's always good to have a starting point and accountability for sure.
Yeah, and it's like when you see gains and you see like the difference, and you can tell at that point. Like for me, I couldn't tell until my mind kind of just like told me, like after I passed that like 200-pound mark and dropping below that, I was like, I'm actually like starting to look how I want to look, basically. And now I've gone 10 more pounds, and I'm just like, dang, this is sick. Like, it's exciting.
Yeah.
But my parents don't like it.
Why?
They think I'm losing way too much weight way too fast.
Oh.
They're like, you're not eating. And I'm like, I'm eating a lot less, definitely. It's like I won't eat breakfast usually. I'm drinking water all day. I'll have the school lunch, which is like a piece of pizza and a chocolate milk and an applesauce. And then I'll go through all of track, and I'll drink water the whole time. And then I'll have my protein shake after my workout when I get home. And I mean, usually I have like a quesadilla or something like to kind of like ease my appetite.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not really hungry. And it's like my parents like, you don't eat. And I'm like, I don't need to eat if I'm not hungry, right? It's like I'm filling up on water, and I'm filling up on school lunch, I guess. And it's like that's all I really have needed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want them to be like displeased in me because they think I'm not eating.
Yeah.
But
I think the way I think about it is it's good to have at least one good sized meal every day.
I agree.
If you go below that, there's definitely something wrong, and you shouldn't be not just snacking as a meal.
Yeah.
So I guess like, because I don't eat breakfast either.
Yeah.
But I always end up either eating a good sized lunch or a good sized dinner.
Yeah.
So if I just end up eating a little bit for lunch, I'll always eat a good sized dinner, because I don't want to start going under that.
Yeah.
Because I definitely had a period of time where I did start not eating and just kind of cut out stuff like that, and just maybe like something here or there, or mainly water.
Yeah.
And it didn't make me feel good, because I was still going to the gym at the same time and not eating.
You're losing energy.
Yeah, and my energy levels went down. I had headaches constantly.
Really?
Yeah, and it was just like constant pain.
Yeah, it sounds miserable.
Yeah.
It's just like you couldn't even enjoy what you were doing, because you're just like, oh, I'm seeing gains, but it's like then you just feel terrible.
Yeah, like you're seeing gains, but at what cost?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why I always it's always a good lunch or a good dinner.
Yeah. And my mom usually is at home cooking something. Like tonight we were having like Alfredo and broccoli, and I was like, that sounds kind of good right now. And then I was like, well, I got to come here.
You skipped out on dinner?
I did, bro. I bet they like that. No, but usually like I usually will eat like a good solid dinner, but at the same time, I also like just like lose kind of like my appetite as I go throughout my day.
Yeah.
'Cause like I'll have my water until noon, and then I'll have my lunch, and I'll feel fine. I'll keep filling up on water. And I mean, like, it's definitely a good body flush too. But like, then it gets to the point where I'm at home, and I'll have some kind of snacky food. I'll have like a granola bar. I'll have like a cheese stick or something around the house. And then it gets to dinner time, and if I'm on my own that night, I usually just won't eat. Because I'm like, my mom's not home, or like I don't have like dinner made. I just
Just let it
I just
let
let
it
it be.
be.
I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not that hungry anyways. It's fine. But it's like, I'm just so unmotivated to like make food. It's like, cause I mean, if I could like, I thought about that. I thought about just like making like a meal plan.
Yeah.
So just like making a bunch of rice, making a bunch of chicken, and like broccoli or something,
Yeah.
or like just like any kind of like vegetable, and just packaging it all up and like
Like meal prepping.
basically it's meal prep basically.
Yeah.
Cause I mean like I could live off of rice, broccoli, and chicken. Like that's all I could really live off of if I wanted to. Cause
Yeah.
like it's a good solid meal, but if I don't have that like access to it, I'm not gonna really try and just like go out of my way to get access to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like oh dude, I had this. Do you know where Dad's is? It's out in Wapato.
Yeah.
I had
I know where it
Dad's
is.
last week, like on an empty stomach. It was terrible.
We felt sick after.
I just felt, dude, like, not that like eating fast food makes you feel awful now,
Yeah.
but it's like I got to that point of where when I'm eating fairly good food, whenever I do eat or whatever that is. But when I had Dad's though, I was like, this is like fried in, I mean like greasy heaven, but it tasted great in the moment.
Yeah.
But after I'm like, that was not good, and it like makes me feel like awful. I guess I'm just like, that was disgusting. Now that I think about it,
Yeah. I think meal prepping is definitely good.
yeah,
Probably slowly getting on a meal prep. What was I gonna say? For consistency
okay,
on meal eating. Probably with you right now. I mean, I know you don't eat breakfast, but it's probably good to have it for probably dinner.
definitely.
Just
And
eating that for dinner, because I know you don't want to do it for lunch because you're gonna probably end up hungry for dinner, and then
yeah,
you're not gonna want to eat.
exactly.
So that's gonna make it worse.
Yeah,
So probably having something small for lunch and then eating that for dinner.
yeah,
That'd probably be really good for you too, especially if you wanna start bulking
exactly.
eventually. Then you could, after a small amount of that eating just for dinner, you probably bump it up to eating for lunch too.
Exactly. And like that's where I'm at. We used to make like these breakfast burritos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I mean, it's like egg, sausage or bacon, and like peppers and hash browns, like all that in like this little like burrito.
Yeah.
And I used to love those, but it's like when we ran out like of making them, I'm like, I don't want to like make them again. That's so much work.
Yeah.
And it's like, but they were like good though, and they tasted good, and like I could eat them in the morning and be like, yo, I feel great right now.
Yeah.
And then now I'm at this point where I'm just like, I don't got time. I'm like, I'm staying up too late, and I'm waking up too like, I mean, I just like have a lack of time now too.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. You should definitely put yourself on a routine.
That's dude.
Probably schedule out a routine, even if something comes up and you end up pushing something to the side, or
Yeah,
you end up hanging out with someone, something like that. It's always good to at least have a foundation
yeah,
of a routine, and also putting in effort, stuff like that too. I
exactly.
mean, those breakfast burritos probably really good. You just got to put in the effort to make them.
Amazing.
So you just can't lose motivation like that. But I also know it's hard to build up motivation.
Exactly.
So just, I don't know what motivates you,
Yeah.
or what thought process gets you in the motivated mood. But I think you should definitely try to figure that out,
Yeah.
so you could end up being a better you.
Yeah. And like, I'm thinking about it more and more as like we're talking right now. I'm like, if I did eat breakfast in the morning, what changes would I see like in the weight room, or like what changes would I see like, and like how I just feel overall?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not really having much energy built up. Because I mean, if I'm not eating dinner the night before, I'm having a very small like snack before I go to bed or something,
Yeah.
and then I wake up and don't eat breakfast, and I'm going to lunch. I'm going like, what, like 16 hours without like eating like any like decent food.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how's that affecting my like mood, I guess, as well, but like
Mhm.
also like my actual like physical like awakeness and my physical like strength in the weight room, or just like in general.
Well, yeah, I think it all goes in a very thin line. You don't eat, that affects your energy
Mhm.
levels and affects your mental awareness.
Yeah.
Then that ends up affecting your mood, because you don't have any food in your stomach to satisfy you and keep you just keep you awake, I guess, because then you just feel like a a big old slug. So I mean, it just it just follows a very fine line.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe eating breakfast in the morning would be a good thing to do. I mean,
Yeah.
even if a bowl of cereal
Exactly.
every morning, just a starting point.
No, definitely. Thinking about that now, I'm like, I wake up like, I mean, not even like wake up. I can shower for 5 minutes less and
Yeah.
like have a bowl of cereal, or
Yeah.
I can like
Maybe go to sleep earlier, wake up earlier, and be able to have more
that
time to
too.
maybe just spend by yourself. Just
Exactly.
just have a thinking time, because I know that's one of the good things I do too. Before I go to sleep, I have a little bit of time to just put on some music and just
Oh
think,
yeah. Just
think
like,
about just whatever,
Yeah,
or
like
maybe
everything.
whatever was something that I have to do.
Yeah.
Just plan out something, because I'm a big planner, and I like to do stuff on time.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that. Be able to have a time to think, because if you don't allow yourself a time to think, you end up overthinking.
Yeah. No, like before I go to bed, I'll like get my speaker on because I don't like wearing like earbuds before I go to bed because
Yeah.
I fall asleep. It's like
They
might
just
get- they
yeah.
fall out or they might get uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, my ears like hurting. But no, it's like I'll have a speaker that I'll just go to my phone and I'll just put my speaker on my bed and I'll just kind of just like lay there and like think my entire day over
Yeah.
and just like decompress because like a lot of the time we're doing something.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Our brain's always moving.
Exactly. And like for me, I mean, like I woke up this morning and I figured out my plan for the day. Basically, I kind of just like, okay, track meets this, go on Anna's break at this time, and then I'm gonna go do this and that, and then like, I mean, of course, stuff like comes up out of that, but it's like, I mean, then we plan to do this tonight, and I was just like, okay, I can work that around this and that, and it's like thinking all that out, just with music.
Yeah.
I don't know where the conversation was going. I kind of just like went nowhere, but like, I guess just music. I guess like that's just like a huge thing, and decompressing like with music.
Yeah.
It's very just like
It's a nice calming
it is.
way to settle down.
Yeah, because I have like always had music in because it's like it's something to do,
Yeah.
to listen to. Like, yeah,
There's a lot of people too who listen to music but don't listen to the lyrics.
oh yeah,
They listen to it for the beat, I guess.
yeah,
But I'm a big person to listen to for the lyrics.
yeah, me too.
So that's why my taste in music is very specific.
Yeah,
'Cause people will listen to this random music, like,
Kid Leroy and all
Kid,
the,
yeah,
like,
Kid
like,
Leroy,
Trippie Redd, all these like Travis Scott, all these different like big
who is
rappers.
it? Cardi B,
Oh,
Doja Cat,
no,
Megan
get
Thee
away from me,
Stallion.
bro. I hate all these people.
But yeah, all of them, Lil Nas X, just all their music isn't like
It's not
doesn't
it's,
have a lot
it's
of meaning.
It does not. It's just like it's just words.
Yeah,
And
so
like some
I
of them
mean,
definitely got some good beats and they got some good like tune, but it's like the lyrics are just like, what are they trying to do with these?
yeah, that's why I really like listening to J. Cole too. His music is
Ooh.
amazing. His
J. Cole's
music is
clean.
so good. Like, yeah, like J. Cole. That's why I really like. I mean, once I got into high school and stuff like that, I still listened to NF.
Oh, dude, all the time.
Lecrae.
Dude, I love NF.
Yeah, I mean, and people were like, "Why do you really listen to like Christian rap?" And I mean, like, it's most of their music isn't really about God or anything. It's just about life.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's an easy way to just like think.
Yeah.
It opens my mind up and it just helps me think about a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, and it's like it's real.
Yeah.
It's like so much. I mean, like okay, NF in particular, that dude's always been like a crazy, like music, like idol for me.
Yeah, same here.
Like I'll always like have him followed on Spotify, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, I thought about like, should I take him off? I don't want people to think I'm weird for listening to NF, but it's like, dude, the guy is like so talented, and like
Yeah.
his word has so much meaning to me, because like he speaks from like from the heart. Like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
crazy.
It
like,
is deep down. Like even some of his lyrics talking about his fans and like really how just people don't really get him as a
Yeah.
person, but still talking about life in such a way that it can connect to people.
Yeah.
And that's why like I went through that too. Like maybe I should just take NF off of my playlist and stuff like that. But once I just start listening to his music again, I can't
Dude,
I can't delete this.
No, exactly.
It's like it's such a huge motivator. Especially I love listening to NF in the gym too when I work out
dude.
alone.
That's all I play.
I could lift like 100 pounds heavier.
No. For me, it's like at home, I'll be playing like my sad like pop playlist with like, I mean, like, you know, Rosalind and like do like that song from Twilight. You know what song that is?
What song?
Rosalind. Super
That's
sad.
that's the song from Twilight.
Yeah, from Twilight. The first one.
No.
You watched Twilight?
Yeah, I've seen Twilight many times. My mom
That-
loves Twilight. I've seen Twilight so many times.
Yeah, I never watched it.
You've never seen
I
Twilight?
never really watched it. No.
Oh my
I thought
goodness.
it's so stupid. The acting is stupid. The scene, everything. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, we're getting off track.
No. No. At home, like I listen to, like sad pop music.
Yeah.
Or I'll like just have NF. Like I just got like a playlist of NF that's just like, bro, I like don't care right now. I'm just gonna go crazy right now and just like do what I want to do. And it's like that's what I play when I get like angry. Like when I'm pissed off, I will listen to NF like every day. Like nothing else really like kind of just like feels that, I guess. Cuz it's like listening to like his lyrics and just listening to him like just like speak and just talk about everything he talks about.
Yeah.
It's like that hits me on a different level because like some of those songs like definitely like I can see in my life and I'm like I feel like this kind of like reflects me right now. Or like just like anything like that because it's like it's so real to me and I'm like I'm driving and I'm just like that's a bar or like that's just like bars dude. No but no it's just I just like love his style as well and just like I mean he's been around since 20 he's like his first album was 2016 dude that was 6 years ago
2015 2016 yeah
6 or 7 years ago.
And I remember noticing I found out about him because I watched Roman Atwood, his YouTube channel.
Oh, I don't think so. He did like a react on one of his songs.
No, he's a vlogger.
Oh, okay.
He does like family vlogs, stuff like that. I used to watch it, or I still do. He was very popular one year, but he met NF and he went to one of his concerts and he was saying how he really just enjoyed his music because he was on a flight and he randomly just put his music on and he fell in love with it. And I was like, I gotta check it out. So I listened to it for the very first time and it was right on the spot I downloaded all his music to my playlist. That was the only guy I've listened to for like probably a year because his music was.
When was that?
It was a while ago.
Would it have been before Perception or would it have been like...
it was before Perception because I remember when
Therapy Session.
I think it was when he had Therapy Session out. And then I remember when Perception came out and it was insane, so good.
Bro, so good.
That was like one of the artists that I actually followed that like I was excited for an album drop and stuff like that because other people I was like, it's whatever, I'll listen to it later. But for him, I was like, I waited for the day that it came out. It was it was so good. I remember listening to the first song and it was so good.
Dude, well no, like that's some of the artists now too. Like they're teasing you so hard nowadays. Like
what
you
artists?
just like teasing their album drops.
Oh
or
yeah,
just, like,
that's true.
Being so spotty when it comes to like their followers.
Like NF on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he's like
he drops like little lyrics from his songs and people are like, it's happening. He's gonna drop another album.
And it never does.
So yeah, just stuff like that. I mean, he'll always be number one to me.
Oh totally.
Yeah. Even though I've started listening to other people because Emmanuel gave me his playlist.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Drake and J. Cole and Tyler the Creator, which they're really good artists. I really like their music.
Yeah.
It's just I've literally memorized NF's music.
Oh yeah.
And I still have like downloaded in my brain.
Oh yeah.
I could still recite and like listen to his music and still just flow with it.
Well yeah, and it's like for me, like how like a lot of time like for me on like my Spotify or whatever, like I'll have a song I liked like a year ago. I'm like, oh, this is a good song, and I'll unlike it and relike it, and it goes to the top of my list or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like those songs don't hit like as much as like they did in the beginning, and it's like every time with NF, I'll listen to one of the songs. It's like every time it's like the first time
get better and
it
better.
Gets better and better, and it's like I don't know what it is, but like some of his music too has like connection with me too when it comes to like memories. So like a song Drifting from Clouds.
Mm-hmm.
That song reminds me to my trip in Leavenworth with my friend Noah, and we just like, I mean, whatever we were doing, that's the song we had playing like almost the entire time
Yeah.
because we're obsessed with it. And it was
Yeah.
like this song like goes crazy, and it's really like, I mean, I love how like just like his music in particular, like of course like other music will give you that nostalgic like reminiscing feeling, but it's like no matter where I'm at, I'm like with NF, it's like boom, memory, boom, like
It just makes you feel some kind of way.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like I hate how he's so like, I love his music and I love like his whole thing, but I hate how like inconsistent you feel like he is, even though he's dropping like a pretty decent sized album
Yeah.
every year basically for the past like 4 years. But it's just like so like degrading because I'm like, bro, I want this song right now. Bro, I want you to drop an album. Like I need to hear something new.
Yeah, I remember when he dropped the first couple songs to Clouds, and he didn't drop the album. I think it was like for a couple months that he didn't drop the album.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, drop the album. I want to listen
Seriously.
to all this music.
And it's like he doesn't like release that. He kind of just drops it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like the day before, like, oh hey, by the way.
I mean, yeah, obviously it has a drop date, but he doesn't announce it.
No, it doesn't.
He's just like, hey, this album's out now. Go listen to it.
Goes about
What?
What is happening?
Spotify right now.
Spotify, exactly. No, and it's like every Friday. That's usually when people release like on Fridays. Usually they'll
Yeah.
release at like
Midnight or something.
on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And so it's like 9 p.m. for us.
Yeah.
And like every Friday I go on Spotify, I check New Music Friday, like the whole playlist, and I'm like, is there anything I know in here that I want to like know about?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm so let down like every time. And then I'll go to NF's like Spotify page and I look, I'm like, anything? Oh, nothing there. It's just like, dude, I want to see like new music. And the same with like,
Do you know if he's releasing anything anytime soon?
I haven't heard about anything. No, I know that earlier this year he released a tweet. It was like talking about like just like how he wants to make it like the best he can, and so he
Yeah.
feels like it's the best where he can make it. He's not gonna drop it yet,
Uh-huh.
but it's like, bro, everyone loves your music. Just let us.
Which
hear
also
it.
I like too, because he spends a lot of time
He
on
does.
it,
He
and
puts so much effort.
he just makes sure that it's always on point and it's always at its best. Which I really appreciate.
Yeah, and a lot of artists don't do that.
Yeah, that's very true. Because artists will just put out, bleh.
Dude, literally.
Yeah.
Like I haven't heard like a song recently that someone's put out that I'm like, that's like insane. Like that, like everything about that was perfect, and that's what a lot of NS music is for me. It's like, dang, that's a bar, and
Every single bar is
Well-
the best bar.
the best part. Well, no, and it's like I don't really listen to like much. Like you're talking about like J. Cole, stuff like that.
Yeah.
J. Cole and Drake and Tyler the Creator, all them. I'm like, I've been clicking with them more recently, but like for me, recently it's been like Mac Miller and I think I've told you know how like we used to sit outside in my backyard with the speaker by the fire,
Yeah.
and I play like
You played your Night Vibes.
my Night Vibes playlist, yeah. And I follow just like Jeremy Zucker or just like these other like just like sad songs.
Yeah.
Like that's never left me either. It's like I'm still on that like pop, like indie feel still.
We
Just,
gotta
like,
do that again though.
Huh?
We gotta.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
I got that
absolutely.
speaker at home charging right now. I'm like I gotta have that charged for tonight. But no, it's like I don't know. Music's a huge thing. I feel like in both of our lives.
Yeah, and it always has been for me. And beginning out, my parents always told me to not listen to explicit music,
Yeah.
and I was like, I mean, yeah, that's understandable. But I started to like more and more. I started to listen to it, and it wasn't until I found NF that it just changed my whole music perspective. And I
Yeah.
didn't want to listen to anything else. Nothing
Yeah.
else made me feel the same or made me remember things the same or change my mind about stuff.
Mhm.
And NF just like blew my mind
Oh yeah, 100%.
out of the water, and it was just it was great. I was so glad that I found his music,
Yeah.
because just no other music feels the same anymore.
No, yeah.
Nothing really calms me down either, like his music.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like a lot of the songs in my NF playlist is like it's not like his I don't know, like I like a lot of his smaller songs. Like You're Special or not Dreams. No, it is Dreams. Or like, Remember This. Like
Yeah.
those songs, I'm just like, these were smaller songs, but like they just like hit me. I'm like,
Yeah, Remember This really
oh,
got me too. I really like that one. Here, I'm gonna look up his music because I am forgetting titles and I feel so bad about it. Let's see.
well, no, and like I'm thinking now, I haven't had an artist where I've felt like I haven't had an artist like NF since NF. It's like there's other artists out there and I'm like, oh, they're pretty good. Like I'll go back and listen to their older music, but it's like since NF, like I have not really found anybody else that I want to go like to a concert for or go to like the measures of just like wanting to know all their songs and wanting to figure out all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because like there's let's think. I'm trying to think of what I got in that playlist.
Let's see. I like When I Grow Up.
Ooh, yes.
That one's good. Hate Myself. That's a good
I
one.
Miss the Days.
I Miss the Days. Yeah, that's
Dude,
a good one.
My Stress.
My Stress. Paralyzed. I like Paralyzed.
That's an old one. Let's see.
Of course, Let You Down was the one that really popped off.
Yeah, that one. That one I've almost liked less since it popped off.
Yeah, it
was like
it
which
just really
sucks.
it was less significant to me.
Let's see.
Let's see, let's go Therapy Session because that's one of my favorite albums of his.
Dude.
Notepad. Have you ever listened to Notepad?
Notepad was one I never really paid attention to.
Dude,
I don't remember.
that's one of the songs that is in my brain. It is so good. It's such a good song. Let's see.
Dude, I mean, How Could You Leave Us? That one's just like that was like his
Statement. Statement's a good one.
That's the one from
Lost in the Moment. That's a really good one.
Basically, all of NF is pretty much just like
Just all of it.
amazing.
Green Lights. I remember the first time listening to Green Lights when the day it came out.
I think
that hit me
I heard
different.
I think I heard that at youth group one night, and I was like, "What is this?" And I went back and looked at it and like, "Oh, who's NF? Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
Like he used to be like small, and then I was kind of just like, "This guy's
No
kinda
Name was
sick.
pretty good. I remember listening to No Name the first time too. Just all of his songs are freaking.
Which
I
one was
freaked out
that?
on. They were so good. Let's see.
Dude,
If You Want Love.
that song has always stuck with me.
3 a.m.
Like, dude, If You Want Love has been in like all my sad playlists. Cause like that song is just like it's so real,
Yeah.
but it's also just so like, wow. Cause like I mean, NF can rap, NF can sing, NF can do whatever he wants, bro.
NF is the GOAT.
Dude, he literally is. Like, I can go to him for any vibe I want. I can go if I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm feeling super hype, I can go to him if I'm feeling like angry.
Yeah.
Or just like sad. Is like anything I want. I got
It
him.
just hits everyone, and I feel like you could listen to any of his music for any mood.
Yeah.
For me personally.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, even if you listen to If You Want Love when you're angry,
Yeah.
just anything is so good.
I'm trying to see my other music I got in here. Cause I've gone from different like. I've got so many playlists. Like I've got playlists for like. Yeah, just anything basically. I got hype playlists. I got like
I have a country playlist.
Ooh.
I have
red light, bro. Red light.
why?
That's a red flag.
You're not into country music anymore?
I never was. Okay, so
I thought you had a country music playlist.
Oh, that was because of
Yeah.
yes,
Who shall not be
uh-huh.
named? Yes.
Who shall not be named?
I remember that's exactly why you had a country playlist.
Bro, I don't want to talk about that.
It's
funny.
Okay. Okay.
I know exactly why you had a
Yep.
Man.
Exactly. But yeah, I have a country music playlist. I have a Christian rap playlist. I mean, just a rap playlist. All of my favorite rap artists. And then I have the 2 playlists that Emmanuel sent to me, which I like. I like them. They're just the main music that I listen to now. What else?
Country.
I think that's it.
Dude, country.
That's a throwback, though. That's a throwback.
That's a throwback, bro. Yeah, let's not go back to that. No, but I only recently started like kind of enjoying country. I got a country playlist. Like I'll be honest, bro. I got a country playlist.
I'm telling you, it's just those
it's
one times that it just hits different.
Oh, 100, dude. It's like okay, country has only hit me recently, like because of Anna. It's like she likes country music, and
Yeah.
it's like we'll go drive, and I'll play country. I'm like, this kind of hits right now. What the heck?
Because you're thinking about it.
Oh yeah, what was that? And then I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, that's a bar, and
Yeah.
it's country music. It's
Yeah.
like country music shouldn't have bars. It should be about like beer and girls and like sitting in the back of a truck. It's just like all that stuff, and it's like I'm just driving down Summitview with the windows down. Like,
Yeah.
chilling.
Chilling.
And it's like those sunny days too when I'm alone. I'm like, I feel kind of hype right now. I'm like, I could listen to like J. Cole and Mac Miller and Logic, all those guys, or I can play like, let's see what I got in here. I can play oh man, my country music is just. I can listen to like
He said
like Morgan Wallen or like Florida Georgia Line. I love Florida Georgia Line.
Oh, Florida Georgia Line is
They're
so
always
good.
a classic.
Their song "Simple." Oh, I love "Simple."
I'm sure it's in the playlist. Luke Combs has always been an interesting artist for me because he was definitely overplayed, at least by me in the beginning. I was kind of like, oh, this guy's crazy, and I kind of just like fell out of him a little bit. But Thomas Rhett, I like him a lot.
Thomas Rhett's good.
Old Dominion, have you ever heard of them?
Mm-mm. Are they good?
I think this is the right artist. Have you heard the song One Man Band?
No, I have not heard that song.
Okay, well I can't play it because then we'll get like
Copyright strike.
But no, and then I got my and then I got like that, like, for me, a lot of sad music isn't me actually being sad. It's just like, some of them also got bars, and some of the music's just like amazing. The music's just like crazy. So,
And
like,
some of them, I mean, you don't even have to be sad. It just hits you in the right spot.
exactly, like Louis Capaldi.
Never heard of him.
Oh, dude, you're not gonna know any of these guys then. My playlist is just like,
Bro, you gotta send me your playlist. I gotta listen to some new music.
it's.
I've been listening to Manuel's playlist for a
Is he on-
minute,
is he on Spotify?
maybe close to a
Are
year.
y'all on Spotify or?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify.
Apple?
I'm on Spotify here. I'll send you, or I'll tell you my Spotify name.
Cause I'm curious to what you got.
Oh, I don't, because I use Apple Podcasts now. I used Spotify when I was in 7th grade, so yeah, I got a lot of old music on there. But I made a new account, so we're chilling.
All right, let's see.
I think
It's Fabian Reyes.
Is it Fabian Reyes?
Fabian
No,
Reyes.
I don't want to sign out everywhere.
Wow, this guy's jacked. Definitely not you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Edit profile.
That guy kind of looks like.
Well, right now in the corner it just says Fabian, and there's no profile
Bro, is that you?
picture. For sure. For sure. Let's see. I can't change anything. I don't know how to. I think I can do it on my phone. So I'll
You had a playlist name?
no.
Is there like a solid? Okay.
No.
Well, then we'll worry about that after.
Because I made a new account, so I mean,
Wait, do you know Emmanuel's? Is his special too?
he doesn't have Spotify. He has Apple Music.
Oh, then how do you send you a playlist?
Because you can send your playlist on Apple Music.
Oh, so you listen to his playlist on Apple Music?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough, bro.
Why?
I don't know. Just like, I use Spotify, and so I'm like, it's so like inconvenient. It's like a lot of the time I won't think about it, and I'll send them like, why is my Spotify talking to me?
Are you gonna end up getting an iPhone?
Dude, we were looking at that today. I can trade it in. Oh yeah.
Or you can
Why
trade
you gotta
in?
call me out, bro? You gotta call me out.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not judging you.
No, I'm not judging you. Yeah.
I'm not judging you.
No,
I remember my days when I didn't have a phone
Dude.
at all.
I remember when you had to put your phone. We had to put it like on the counter before like a certain time.
Yeah,
or,
because
like,
we couldn't take
couldn't
it.
take it
Yeah,
downstairs. You could not take it downstairs.
even me,
Even you,
Yeah.
the guest
the most responsible person
in the world
ever.
ever. That dude, I remember that. And sometimes you just be like, I don't care, bro. I'm taking it downstairs. I don't care.
Me?
Yeah.
I did?
I think like once or twice. You were
I
just
don't
like,
think I did. Pretty sure I honored your parents' rules pretty good.
you might have.
Yeah, I don't think I ever. I think the only time I did was when your
That's
dad.
why we fell apart.
your-
Because you just like did not honor parents' rules. They were like, Fabian's an awful influence, bro. We can't have him around.
Stop hanging out with that guy.
Yeah, dude.
He is bad
Yeah.
news.
He's bad. He's so naughty, bro. He took his phone downstairs.
Wow, what a good word, naughty. Yeah.
Naughty. Yeah. Are you naughty, Fabian? Fabian, you naughty?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. No, Joe, we went from, dude, we were
to meet at your house 3 days in a row, almost 4, to just not talking at all.
dude, that was crazy. That was a big change.
That was a big change.
And you were just like,
I was chilling.
you were chilling.
I was
I
chilling.
mean, like, you didn't.
It's not like I did anything crazy.
Oh, so it was my fault. So
No.
listen, everyone, I am the bad friend here. All right, I'm gonna look straight at the camera. I was the one that was struggling in life, and I left this poor kid behind.
Yeah, you better feel bad.
I'm sorry, buddy.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Because I was chilling. I mean, I knew
Until
you were
COVID.
still there until COVID. Yeah.
Until COVID, and then you just got like, I mean,
Depressed.
then we all
No.
dude. I feel like everyone.
Everyone took a dip.
Well, no,
and
dude.
in a quarantine.
100%. Because it's like, for me, all my friends could hang out before I could. Like, all my
Yeah,
friends went to
Same
like,
here.
yeah, and I was like, that was like the worst.
Just because my parents were like, they saw how Isaiah grew up. And, I mean, Elias was definitely more responsible. So, I mean, the trust came out with Elias a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
But with me and my sister being the youngest, I guess it just comes with wanting to be protective
Yeah.
of me and my sister, which I get.
Yeah.
Definitely, I mean, I see it now. I'm
Yeah.
like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of kids out here smoking every day, drinking every day,
Yeah.
making pretty bad decisions for their
Yeah.
life, which, I mean, I really hope for a lot of those people that they find a way out of
Yeah.
that. Because, I mean,
It's not fun.
yeah, I bet it isn't fun.
Yeah,
I
it's
bet
not.
it's a really dark place.
It's not a good place.
Yeah.
And like, the way I've kind of been too about it, it's like I'll think about something sometimes, and I'm like, is that really necessary for my parents to like do that? And then I think about it more and more, and I'm like, they made the right call.
Yeah,
Like,
especially when you grow up too. Like me at 12 years old, wanting to go hang out with my friends, and my parents just saying no, and because I wanted to stay over like a lot. Like, I've found a friend like Jacob. Like they were able to meet him and stuff like that, and they knew that he was responsible, so they let me stay over there more because they had a lot more trusting
Yeah.
in him. But with like other people, they were just like nah.
Nah.
And now that I look back at it, I'm like, good call.
Okay, seriously.
Good call, Mom. Good
Dude.
call, Dad.
And that's where I'm kind of at right now too. I'm like, I haven't spent the night at someone's house in like 2 months almost. No, probably a month and a half.
I think the last time I did, it wasn't too long ago
It better
because
be like 2
it was
weeks
at
ago.
Emmanuel's house.
That's what I thought, yeah,
But it wasn't 2 weeks ago. I think it was a good minute ago, because
Oh,
we're both busy. I don't even know. Probably a good month.
Yeah.
Maybe a month and a half.
Better have that 6 feet when you're all in bed. Just like keep that distance.
No, bro. I sleep downstairs. He sleeps upstairs in his
Really?
room. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What?
I can't tell. I don't think I like that.
Why?
That'd be weird.
For me to just sleep down there? Well, his brother's down there.
That'd be like, that's even weirder.
We get along. He's cool.
If you get a, how old is he?
I don't even know. He's cool though. He's chill.
Is he a kid?
No,
Yeah, does he play-
I'm pretty sure he's a teenager.
play Fortnite? No, but that'd be like me sleeping in my room and you being in the basement.
See that I probably would have felt weird about, but I don't know.
But
Just
I mean, times have changed though now. Now we're kind of older.
yeah,
like,
I
I
probably
was at-
wouldn't have mind anyways.
Oh, no.
Now,
Like for me, it's been like, I think about it more and more. Like, I've had a friend over at my house. Wow.
what?
You were the last friend I had over at my house.
Really?
It's like to spend the night, yeah.
Dang, that's insane.
Sorry. Besides my friend Zach, but he basically like, I mean, he was like, he's my homie. He's like the one that was like, he was kind of like you, but he was older and then went to college. But like other than that, he's like the only person that came over besides you ever. Really, I had never. Wow. You were the only person that I've like ever had over at my house, like actually like spend the night.
Dang.
besides Zach, and it's like,
I think, let's see. It's just my friendships are weird because I'll have friendships that are like ours, and then like me and Emmanuel's, and
Yeah.
then me and Jacob's. So like it's just weird.
they're all so different.
It's just they're all different, but they're all so much alike
Mhm.
in their own ways. Like I could talk to Emmanuel about anything. I could talk to you about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Jacob don't really talk at all anymore, but
Yeah.
I used to tell him everything too. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's just I don't know. It's just like Emmanuel is a big part of my life now.
Yeah.
Very good friend.
Yeah.
And now you coming back, very good friend
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think right now. Like I'm trying to get out of my friends. Like I'm trying to get like out of that environment.
In a good crowd.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you know the crowd I've been in.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, this kid's always been a good influence. Like you always like a good influence.
I try.
And, oh, you try? Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
Is it
hard.
really? Is it? It doesn't sound like it.
No, it's not hard. I'm telling you, for a youth group, they're having the leaders give their testimonies.
Yeah.
I think we had like one a week, and I knew they weren't gonna ask me because I'm a new leader and I'm still a student. So I
Yeah.
mean, they probably wouldn't ask me, but I still know. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, I haven't gone through
Dude.
I haven't gone through something big or something that like completely turned my life around, and I found God and it just completely changed my life. I haven't
Yeah.
had any moments like that.
I know.
And I see everyone else give their testimonies, and I'm like, how would I phrase my testimony as of now?
Yeah.
And like, how would it come to be? Because I don't have my life. I grew up a Christian.
Yeah.
I was raised in the church. My parents are Christians. They raised me to be a good human being and follow the Bible and
Yeah.
follow in the footsteps that God would want me to follow. And just having that, I never really got myself into anything like drugs or alcohol, anything like that. It's just looking over my life, it's just been blessed.
It's been all right. Yeah.
It's been so. There's been rough times
Yeah.
recently,
Yeah.
but I mean, which could go into my testimony. But I mean, looking over it, I've had so many happy times, and I'm such a happy person that
Yeah.
me being in it like upset or me being just not in a good mood,
Mhm.
people take a notice to that, and they like me being in a bad mood is like a game changer to everyone else because they aren't used to seeing me that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I was sad like at school or at work, everyone's like, dude, are you okay? Like, what's up? And they're always like trying to figure out what it is because I'm such a happy person.
Yeah.
I'm never in a sad mood unless I'm like by myself in my feels.
Yeah.
In my feels. But yeah, I'm just such a happy person, and
Yeah.
it hasn't changed at all.
No, yeah.
And
I
I'm
get that.
super happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm like my life over the course of all these years, it's just been nothing but good memories.
Yeah. No, for me, I mean, like you're saying, like, when I hear, like, these big testimonies, like, I'm like, I can't talk about this stuff. Like, I can't. I don't.
Yeah,
I
like
don't,
it feels uncomfortable.
yeah, not even that, but it's like, well, I guess, well, yeah, it does, but it's like I haven't experienced a lot of those things.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, I definitely have had, like, I've had my trials. Like, I've had that whole.
like everyone.
Yeah, everyone. I've had the
Well,
whole trials with.
That's the thing too. I say like I'm like, well, yeah, like everyone's experienced stuff like
yeah.
that. But then I look at myself and I'm like, I haven't. So
Yeah.
how would that fit into my thing? Like, I'll have friends that'll be like asking for advice about stuff, and I'm like, I haven't gone through this, so I wouldn't know.
No, I know it. That's the way it's been with, like, okay, like with my friends that like would have like depression. Like, they're actually like, I mean, they're not okay.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't know what to do right now.
exactly.
'Cause I
That's
don't-
exactly
I've
how
never
I
been in
am.
that place,
Yeah,
and I don't understand it. And it's like, what do I do?
yeah. I don't know what to say at all. Like, I've always been the advice giver. That's just kind of how my friendships worked out. I've always given advice to people.
Yeah.
But that was in the earlier years when people we were in our stages of not having depression, not going
Yeah.
through life where we needed to have stress or anxiety about things or anything like that. So when it came up to being 15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
people were starting to go through depression, anxiety, all these doubts and fears in their minds. And I'm like, I go through every day not really stressing about anything or having any anxiety. I
Yeah.
have very little to none anxiety
Yeah.
in my life. And there was this time where I did, but I mean, it was a short period of time.
Yeah.
And that was when kind of like before winter camp, and then I went through winter camp and it just all went away.
Yeah.
So it was just a short period of time of having anxiety. Um, but for now, like, I don't even, if someone were to come up to me and be like, I'm dealing with depression, can you help me? I wouldn't know what to say.
No, yeah. It's like, I mean, yeah, that's where I've been at too. It's like when people are telling me like how they feel and like the thoughts that they have and like what they go through, I'm just like, I'm here for you, but
Yeah.
I don't know what I can do for you right now.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like thinking about that, I'm like, I feel so helpless.
Like, and there's always those times too where like after you start to think of what you could have said.
Yeah.
And all the advice you
Mhm.
could have brought to the table.
I hate
And
that.
you just end up feeling so bad. But then also you see the people and you can give that advice later, but also to see people like come out of the depression and come out of the
Oh, it's
anxiety,
beautiful.
it's such a nice sight to see.
Yeah.
Such a just a bright aspect of
Yeah.
life.
I've seen that with people in my life before. I'm just like, it's very, like, not satisfying. It's a very relieving feeling when you can think back to a friend that was dealing with something, and then to think that, yo, I kind of pulled them out of this. Like I kind of like helped them.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, it's super reassuring because then you feel like what you're doing has meaning, and like the way you're living your life out with these people has like real change to them.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, some of my friends, I mean, like, sometimes you're not gonna know what to say at all.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I have no clue. I'm like, I don't know how to help you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Same
know
here.
what you're going through, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really as big as you think it is because of your other tendencies of your depression or your anxiety, stuff like that. Like, kind of controlling the way you're thinking about that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I definitely have seen the greatness of it, but also like it wears you down.
Absolutely.
Like thinking now, like some of my people that like I've been there for, I'm like, wow, that really like puts a weight on your shoulders.
I know, yeah. For me, giving advice to so many people, it
Mhm.
puts a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Oh yeah, and it's
And it changes perspective about how other people go through life, and you get to see all of the depression and all the stages of life through other people, which I'm glad I did experience that, even though like through life I didn't have many situations that led me into depression or anxiety or
Yeah.
stressing about everyday life. It's just been so calm. Um Even now, I mean, me having to pay bills, worrying about school, still worrying about work, having to maintain home life, having to do chores, which is nothing new, but I mean,
yeah,
having
yeah.
to just dealing with everyday life, it still doesn't get to me that much.
Yeah.
It's just like I I have sometimes where I'm kind of just start to overthink about things, but
Yeah.
I calm myself down and just I reassure myself
Yeah.
before I let anyone else reassure me,
Mhm.
because I know there are some relationships that or friendships that don't last forever.
Yeah.
So you'll have people reassuring you in the moment, but then they'll be gone and that reassurance is gone, and you can't rely on yourself because you're expecting that reassurance from someone else.
Yeah, because they were your crutch. It was
Yeah.
like that was what you would lean on them, and then they're gone. You got nothing else to lean on, and
Yeah.
it's like, what do I do?
And I think that's what a lot of people do too, that leads them into depression, because they have an expectation
Mhm.
of people helping them
Yeah.
through different stages, whether it be a breakup or a death in their life.
Yeah.
And suddenly that person moves away, or they aren't friends anymore, and they don't have that person to lean on. And so they fall into feeling bad for themselves every single day and
Yeah.
not having a way to get out of it. So I mean, it's always been a good thing for me to reassure myself all the time,
Mhm.
because then I know I can fall on myself to basically just be there
Yeah.
and just know that I'm going to be okay, because I've gone through things before and I've gotten through them. And I'm
Exactly.
here where I am today, and I'm super happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy where I am, even though I make jokes like you guys have girlfriends and I'm still single. Like, I joke about that stuff, but again, I really don't care, because I know someone along the way is going to come up to me and be the perfect person, and I know that's going to come, and if it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm still happy where I am right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. No. No. I'm just processing still.
Yeah.
No, it's like, so we're talking about like being like your self reassurer. For me, like, I don't know. So I guess I got kind of dig deeper somewhere else. So for me, I've always been I will be having the worst day of my life, and I will put that person before me. I will make sure that person knows that they're the priority before me every time.
Yeah.
That's how I've lived my life. Like, I could be having the worst day, but I'm still gonna put like forth 110% for people that need that, or that I think that they deserve that,
Yeah.
basically. And it's like, I mean, a lot of times it's not healthy. Like, I
That's,
mean,
yeah, that's true.
and like I've worked on that. I definitely have gotten better at kind of just like explaining where I'm at in life and kind of just like how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I mean, recently I've noticed people ask me like Micah, like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing good right now. Like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I mean, like, being able to kind of just like accept that, like, right now I'm not okay.
Yeah.
People are gonna ask about me, and it's like, I mean, sometimes I'm also kind of like, it's kind of weird to kind of just tell them that.
Yeah.
But it's like, because usually be like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm all right. I'm tired.
Uh-huh.
And then now I'm just like, I'm having an awful day. Like, I feel terrible.
I also think people will ask me how I'm doing, and obviously the guy response is,
I'm all right.
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. And I feel like that there's sometimes where people ask me how I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing so great. I could be having a better day,
Yeah.
but then I don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
And like people will be like, oh, tell me what's going on. How can I help you? And I'm like, I've been the person to help so many people.
Yep.
I don't know how to accept help.
Yeah. That's Mars.
Bars.
No, literally. It's like, that's where I've been at my whole life. It's
Yeah.
like, not that I felt alone, because I've always felt like I've had people I could lean on,
Yeah.
but it's like, I've never carried a burden really.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really want to be a burden, but it's like, I don't know. I overthink a lot too. Definitely. Like, overthinking is definitely like a really
It's
big
a
part.
big part of everyone's life,
Yeah. And
because
it's like, oh man.
everything that comes up to adulting,
Yeah.
there comes with responsibilities. There comes with just everything that you have to take in from after graduation. You have to get into college. You have to get a good education. You have to get a good job. You have to be able to, if you end up marrying someone, you have to be able to provide. You have to be able to, if you have children, you need to provide for them. You
Yeah.
need to have a stable income. You need to have a good, like, a nice house for your family. You need
Yeah.
to be the proper provider. And I feel like for a lot of people, I mean, that gets to you.
Oh yeah.
That definitely gets to you. It's a big thing. And I think with society today, men have the impression or beginning thoughts that they need to be the foundation for everything,
Yeah.
because, or like, they can't express how they feel. They can't really just share about themselves,
Yeah.
because men in their lives, I mean, of course, it's not a bad thing to be a tough guy,
Yeah.
but still, you should be able to talk about things
Yeah.
in your life that are stressing you out,
Yeah.
and be able to deal with that stuff that just burdens you, but also the thing, you don't want to be a burden to anybody,
Yeah.
like you just said. You should be able to be okay with talking about things,
100%.
and also communication being key. You need to make sure that the person you're talking to is okay with you talking to them about
Yeah.
that stuff, because there is a line where you can become somewhat of a burden to that person,
100%.
because
Yeah.
you could be talking to them, but they don't have anyone to go to talk
Mhm.
about stuff. And that's kind of how I felt with some stuff. People would come to me about stuff, and I would help them out, but then I wouldn't have anyone to talk to
Yeah.
kind of just let it all just flow out, so it builds up.
Oh, yeah.
It builds up fast. So you need to make sure that you can have someone to talk to about anything.
Yeah. And like it's funny. So a lot of people that'll open up to me, I'm kind of just like, okay, like I'm glad I can be there for them. And it's like I mean, I love being able to be kind of like that friend for them or just that person in general for them.
Yeah.
But 100% it just builds up. I
Yeah.
mean, like that can weigh you down.
It,
and like
absolutely.
I mean, every time you'll never say that someone's a burden because like
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't want to push them away.
Exactly.
Either,
And it's
because you
like-
know they're going through something. So you want to be there for them, but at the same time I feel like it could be too much.
oh yeah, and with that, I've got a friend, Zach. Actually, I mean, for him, like, I mean, if I'm thinking about something that someone told me, or I'm thinking about something like I'm thinking right now, I'm just like, bro, this is how I feel right now. And like, I mean, he's been my guy for the past 5-6 years, more than that. And it's like, I mean, we got really close playing Fortnite, and that was like 2017, so like probably 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're super close in that way that I can be having like the worst day right now, and I hear something else from someone else, and they're telling me about how they're feeling this way, and I'm just like, dude, this is making me feel this way. What do you think? Like, how can you kind of just like speak uplifting into me, basically? Because a lot of my friends, I mean, like, I don't get that uplifting from them. It's
Yeah.
like I'm always trying to build them up. I'm doing my best as I can, but it's like
You just wish you could get something in return.
exactly. And I feel like so often we don't get that. And like a lot of the time, I mean, for so many guys, it's like you guys are the stronger half of the relationship. You guys are like, I mean, if you're dating someone or you're the stronger, I mean, just like you should be putting forth more effort, or
Yeah.
you should be just be the best out of the two, or just the best in general. And it's
Mhm.
like you don't, I mean, like it's okay to not be okay for guys.
Yeah.
And it's
absolutely.
like, I mean, that's like a real topic. Because, I mean, for me, I've always lived like, I'm not going to be a burden. I'm not going to be some guy that can't hold his own ground. It's like,
I think that's one of the things that shuts you down too.
oh, yeah, 100%.
You don't want to be a burden to someone, so you just don't talk about stuff.
Yeah.
And you just let it sit inside because you're scared that you're gonna end up hurting someone else.
Yeah. And that's definitely a big part of it, too. But it's like, guys don't want to be weak.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, that's not a weak thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the stereotype is that guys are always okay and that guys are fine. But so many guys overthink. Like, I mean, for me personally, like, I'm a crazy overthinker about just like everything, basically.
Yeah.
Like, not to an extent that I'm just like having like panic attacks, but for me, it's just been like I'll get a text and I look at it and I'm like, what does this mean? Like I mean,
You just
I can't
you
read it.
process stuff in such a different way than everyone
Yeah.
else does, and you end up like I'll think about something and I'll end up asking someone else about it, and they make it so much simpler than what my brain had thought of.
Exactly. And sometimes that's like good. I'm like, oh, you're probably right. But other times I'm like, they don't get it. They don't understand. This can't be right. Like,
Yeah.
this can't be this small. And I mean, of course, it usually turns out to being something
Yeah.
super small, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like that stereotype that guys cannot be not okay is like just something that, like, I mean, that I think I've broken like down the fact that I cannot be okay with certain people.
Yeah.
Some people you have to definitely put that face on that. Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, like, I got a great life. But other people, it's like those real relationships, like with you and me, or with you and Emmanuel, or those guys that you can really like be close with and have those conversations with. It's like, I mean, those are the most like, oh, what's the word? Those are the biggest relationships in life for guys, I feel like. And I feel like not a lot of guys have that.
Yeah.
And I think that like should change, definitely.
Definitely.
But
It
it's
definitely
like,
should change.
you can't really change guys.
Yeah.
Guys are wired.
I
Like-
mean, all you can do is put your voice out there.
Yeah.
All you can really do is say something and hope it reaches that person or whatever. Like with this, you can only say so much and hope it reaches people.
Yeah.
That's all you can really do is just put the effort.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah.
We're at an hour 20.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You're kidding.
we're at an hour 20. That was good.
Bro, who's gonna watch all this?
Hey, whoever's the true supporters will watch
Exactly. Whoever really
this.
wants to see downstairs stories.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
blow up.
this was a very good episode.
That was crazy.
That was a really good conversation. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be back. I don't know about you.
I'll come back eventually.
We'll hope to see you in future episodes, and hopefully next episode it will be me and Emmanuel back in the main chairs hosting you.
Exactly.
Hopefully with another guest. So thank you to whoever watches this. We'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Peace out.
Peace.